So I want to greet you and welcome you all. Please, could you switch on your cameras in order to see you all? We are live streaming on YouTube and we do recording. So let me start. Guten Tag und herzlich willkommen, meine Damen und Herren. Es ist mir eine große Freude, Sie heute hier zu begrüßen. Yalla wa sahlan, nur tumal makan. Greetings to all of you here, and I will just ask our ambassador, Lama Audi, take a floor and start today's conference. But before she will switch on the camera, I want to introduce in English for our English-speaking guest participants. And I will start from our estimate speaker from Middle East, from beautiful country, Iraq, Dr. Kansa Mohammed Jassim. From East Africa, from other countries, Eurasia, we went to the Middle East. We now move to the Middle East and region of deep history and dynamic change. And it's my honor to introduce Dr. Kansa Mohammed Jassim. She is the founder and dean of the College of Law at the American University of Iraq, Baghdad, a leading scholar of public and international law. Dr. Jassim is the first researcher in the region to produce a seminar.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible, Lama. I'm introducing our estimate Dr. Kansa Mohammed.
Yeah. Greetings all our speakers. I will introduce them in
Let me
Arabic.
start because I'm in the middle and you can speak after in Arabic. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Dr. Kansa Mohammed Jassim, she is the first researcher in the region to produce a seminar study on the theory of fragmentation in international 700-page work regarded as a vital reference worldwide. She has also published widely in humanitarian, labor, investment, social security law, and it plays pivotal role in harmonizing civil law and common law traditions in Iraqi legal education. Beyond academic, Dr. Jassim has served as a legal consultant to UNICEF, so UNICEF, ILO, and UNDP as a guided student to represent Iraq as a prestigious international moot court competitions. She embodies the spirit of legal innovations, educations, and the youth empowerment in the Middle East. Dr. Kansa, it's really a pleasure. Ahlan, sahlan, assalamu alaikum, dear. I want to give you the floor, and our ambassador in Middle East will continue the take a floor and support all of you in this today day 2 conference IAMPE. I'm really honored to see you today here.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? Hope everything is okay. I'm so happy I'm so happy to participate in this prestigious event and sharing my thoughts with you. So I will talk about the law as a tool for peace building, balancing sovereignty and human rights in the new global area. So shall I start, Kristen?
Yeah, but doctor, let me introduce you in Arabic for Arabic speakers. All right? And
Okay.
then you can begin. Okay. أوكي، الدكتورة خنساء قاسم من العراق، محامية وممارسة قانون محلي ودولي، مؤسس وعميد كلية القانون في الجامعة الأمريكية في بغداد العراق، هي أستاذة القانون الدولي والقانون الدستوري في نفس الكلية وعضو الجمعية الأمريكية للقانون الدولي. أهلا وسهلا فيك دكتورة خنساء، تفضلي.
Thank you so much. So, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to speak at the IAMPE Annual Conference 2025 on the theme Architecture of Peace in the New Global Era. So, I hope that I can give the whole legal perspective about the subject that I will discuss. So my contribution titled Law as a Tool for Peace Building, Balancing Sovereignty and Human Rights in the New Global Era. So peace, as you know, is not merely the absence of war. It is the presence of justice, dignity, and security. Yet, in today's interconnected world, building peace is increasingly complex. We live in an age where global conflicts, forced migration, climate crisis, and global pandemics blur the boundaries of sovereignty. At the same time, human rights have emerged as the moral compass of international law. So the challenges we face is how to balance the sovereign rights of states within the universal obligation to protect human dignity. So we have this challenge, how to balance between the two demands, the respect of state sovereignty and the respect of human rights and dignity. In this regard, I would like to outline some points for consideration. Traditionally, sovereignty was seen an absolute, a shield protecting state from external interference. The Westphalian principle of non-intervention emphasized that what happens inside the state borders is its own affair. But in 21st century, sovereignty has been redefined. The idea of responsibility to protect, introduced the early 2000s, tell us that sovereignty is not just a privilege, it is a responsibility. So states have a duty to protect their population from genocide, crimes against the humanities, war crimes, ethnic cleansing, and other crimes. When they fail to do so, the international community cannot remain silent. So there is a responsibility upon those states. Those states don't respect the human rights. This shift is profound. It means sovereignty is no longer absolute, but conditional upon respect of human rights. Still, this creates tension. Powerful states sometimes invoke humanitarian arguments for intervention while pursuing their own interests, raising fears of selective justice. So sovereignty remains vital for stability, yet it must coexist with taking into account, or it must coexist with accountability. So human rights as a foundation of peace. This is the third issue that I would like to highlight. So if sovereignty provides order, human rights provide justice. So the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and subsequent treaties affirm that every individual deserves dignity, equality, and protection. Violations of human rights are rarely isolated. They often sign the early warning indications of conflict, where there is repression, discrimination, and injustice. Peace fragile. Conversely, protecting rights strengthen resilience and build a trust with societies. International courts and mechanisms from International Court of Justice, International Criminal Court to regional human rights courts play a crucial role. They provide victims with a voice, hold perpetrators accountable, and legitimize peace processes. Justice is not luxury. After peace, it is an essential condition for peace itself. So, law as a tool for peace building. How then does law serve peace building in practice? Conflict resolution. First of all, conflict resolution law offers a framework for peaceful settlement. For example, Article 32 of the United Nations Charter calls for negotiation, mediation, and arbitration before any use of force. These tools reduce the risk of escalation. Post-conflict justice. So legal mechanisms guide societies in transition. Truth Commission and institutional reforms are not just symbolic. They rebuild the trust. South Africa Truth and Reconciliation Commission remains a powerful example of law healing wounds. Also, we need to highlight on humanitarian and refugee law. International humanitarian law protects civilians in war, while refugee law safeguards those forced to flee. In an era of mass displacement, these legal protections are indispensable. Sustainable peace. The rule of law ensures predictability, fairness, and trust. Without it, peace agreements collapse and societies risk returning to violence. Now we need to focus on the main issue, balancing sovereignty and human rights. So this brings us to central challenge, how to do this balance. How do we balance sovereignty with human rights in the years ahead? On one hand, sovereignty ensures order and self-determination. On the other hand, human rights demands that no government has the right to oppress its people. So the solution is not to choose one over the other, but to see them as contemporary pillars of peace, as integrated parts. Statement retains sovereignty, but that sovereignty is strengthened, not weakened, when they uphold rights. So internationals should support national institutions, regional organizations, such as the African Union or the European Court of Human Rights, can secure as a bridge between local sovereignty and international standards. Looking ahead to 2025, 2035, new challenges will test this balance. Digital sovereignty versus digital rights will become critical. Artificial intelligence raise questions of privacy and freedoms. Climate justice will also reshape the meaning of sovereignty, since no state can contain environmental harm within its border. These challenges demand adaptive legal framework rooted in cooperation and coordination between the state and the international community. In conclusion, we can say that law is not simply a set of technical rules. It is a framework of legitimacy and justice. It allows us to mediate. So we need to protect the international community and to create the condition for sustainable peace. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, dear Professor. It was really pleasure to listen your expertise and your feedback. So we, as our format, I will just precisely explain that we have new format of conferences. So after each of the presentation, the speakers will have a round brief table where we will answer on the questions and discuss about our topics at the end of the panel sessions. So we smoothly move to Germany. We are moving to Germany, and it's my honor to present in English, and after Lama will present in Arabic. I will introduce the Rafik Bagdash, if I am spelling good. Merhaba, Assalamu alaikum, Rafik Bagdash. So, welcome.
أهلا وسهلا.
Ahlan sahlan. So we now move to Syria, even though currently Rafik is in Germany, but he introduced his country, Syria. I am pleased to introduce Rafik Bagdash, a Syrian lawyer specializing in human rights who practiced law in Damascus from 2010 until 2017. Before entering the legal field, he worked at the Syrian Ministry of Environmental and has a background in agriculture science from Tehran University. And since he relocated, of course, to Germany, Rafik has continued to build his professional path through advanced legal and international studies and bringing his Syrian expertise with European perspectives. His career reflects a deep commitment to justice, human dignity, and cross-cultural dialogue. Now, Alama will translate and speak in Arabic because Rafik Bagdash will have presentation in Arabic.
مرحبا فيك أستاذ رفيق بكداش. أستاذ رفيق بكداش من سوريا، مقيم الآن في ألمانيا. هو محامي خريج جامعة دمشق، يعمل في مجال أو عمل في مجال التكنولوجيا الزراعية وفي وزارة البيئة. أهلا وسهلا فيك أستاذ رفيق بكداش، اتفضل.
شكرا لإلي. أولا بحب بشكل مختصر، أنا محامي رفيق بكداش من سوريا، والمداخلة تبعي بعنوان دور القانون الدولي في بناء السلام المستدام. السيدات والسادة، الزميلات والزملاء الأفاضل، أود أن أعبر بداية عن امتناني العميق للقائمين على تنظيم هذا المؤتمر الدولي ولمنحي شرف المشاركة كضيف بين هذه النخبة من الباحثين والخبراء وصناع القرار. إن موضوعنا اليوم هو دور القانون الدولي في بناء السلام المستدام. ليس مسألة أكاديمية بحتة، بل هو قضية إنسانية تمس حاضرنا ومستقبل أجيالنا. أولاً، ما هو مفهوم السلام المستدام؟ إن السلام المستدام ليس مجرد غياب للحروب أو وقف مؤقت لإطلاق النار، بل هو عملية شاملة تستند إلى العدالة والتنمية واحترام حقوق الإنسان وسيادة القانون. إنه سلام يبنى على أسس متينة تحول دون عودة النزاعات ويؤسس لمجتمعات مستقرة قادرة على التعايش والتعاون. دور القانون الدولي في ترسيخ السلام. القانون الدولي هو الإطار الناظم للعلاقات بين الدول، وهو الأداة التي وجدت للحد من استخدام القوة وتنظيم العلاقات بما يحقق الأمن الجماعي، ويمكن إبراز دوره في عدة مستويات. أولاً، ميثاق الأمم المتحدة الذي أكد في ديباجته على إنقاذ الأجيال المقبلة من الحروب، وأقر الدفاع الشرعي أو بقرار من مجلس الأمن مبدأ حظر استخدام القوة إلا في حالتي الدفاع الشرعي أو بقرار من مجلس الأمن. ثانياً، القانون الدولي الإنساني ولا سيما اتفاقيات جنيف التي تسعى لحماية المدنيين أثناء النزاعات المسلحة وتخفيف معاناة المتضررين من الحروب. ثالثاً، القانون الدولي لحقوق الإنسان الذي يشكل أساساً لأي سلام عادل ومستدام، لأنه يضمن الكرامة الإنسانية ويمنع التمييز ويعزز المشاركة المجتمعية. آليات القانون الدولي لتحقيق السلام: الوساطة والتحكيم كوسيلة سلمية لفض النزاعات، ومحكمة العدل الدولية باعتبارها الهيئة القضائية العليا للفصل في النزاعات القانونية بين الدول، والمحاكم الدولية الخاصة مثل المحاكم الجنائية الدولية التي تعزز مبدأ عدم الإفلات من العقاب، ودور مجلس الأمن الدولي في اتخاذ تدابير ملزمة للحفاظ على السلم والأمن الدوليين. الاتفاقيات الدولية الخاصة بنزع السلاح ومنع انتشار أسلحة الدمار الشامل بما يقلل من احتمالية اندلاع حروب كارثية. التحديات أمام فاعلية القانون الدولي: هو غياب الإرادة السياسية لدى بعض الدول الكبرى للالتزام بالقواعد الدولية، وازدواجية المعايير في تطبيق القانون مما يضعف ثقة الشعوب في عدالته، ومحدودية الآليات التنفيذية الملزمة، إذ غالبا ما يعتمد القانون الدولي على تعاون الدول الطوعي. ما هي آفاق المستقبل نحو سلام مستدام؟ ضرورة تعزيز التعاون الدولي وتفعيل الدبلوماسية الوقائية، وتطوير آليات المساءلة لضمان محاسبة منتهكي القانون الدولي، وتمكين منظمات المجتمع المدني من لعب دور أكبر في عملية بناء السلام، والاستثمار في التعليم ونشر ثقافة حقوق الإنسان كضمانة ضد عودة العنف. أيها السيدات والسادة، إن بناء السلام المستدام ليس مهمة عسكرية ولا سياسية فقط، بل هو مهمة قانونية وأخلاقية وحضارية. فالقانون الدولي برغم من كل ما يواجهه من تحديات يظل الركيزة الأساسية التي يمكن أن نبني عليها عالماً أكثر عدلاً وأمناً. والسلام لا يقاس بعدد الاتفاقيات الموقعة فحسب، بل بقدرة المجتمعات على العيش في ظل العدالة والكرامة والمساواة. أشكركم على حسن استماعكم، وأتطلع إلى حوار مثمر يسري هذا المؤتمر ويعزز رسالتنا المشتركة في خدمة السلام الإنساني. And thank you everyone.
شكرا.
شكرا لحضرتك. Yeah, I would to explain something in English. What Mr. Rafiq said, that his role of international law in building sustainable peace, prepared and presented by Attorney Rafiq Bigdash. Now he's At the outset, said I would like to express my deep gratitude to the organizers and of this international conference, and for granting me the honor of participating as the guest speaker among this distinguished gathering of researchers, experts, decision makers, and policymakers. And now the topic of discussion today. Advocate Rafiq said that the role of international law in building sustainable peace is not merely an academic issue. It is a profoundly human concern that affects our present and the future of generations to come. And at first, the concept of sustainable peace is not merely the absence of war or a temporary cessation hostilities. It is a comprehensive process founded on justice, development, respect for human rights, and the role of law. Also, he said at second, the role of international law in consolidating peace. International law serves as the framework governing relations between states, and it is the instrument designed to limit the use of force and regulate interactions in a manner that ensures collective security. Its role can be highlighted on several levels, and also the United Nations character and its preamble. The character emphasizes saving future generations for the scourge of war. It recognizes the right to self-defense, and upon a decision by the Security Council establishes the principle of prohibiting the use of force except in two specific cases: international humanitarian law, particularly the Geneva Convention seeks to protect civilians during armed conflicts and to alleviate the suffering of those affected by wars. And the international human rights law form the foundation for any just and sustainable peace, as it ensures like human dignity, prevents discrimination, and promotes community participation. Also, as third level mechanisms of international law for achieving peace, mediation, and arbitration as peaceful means for resolving disputes. The International Court of Justice as the highest judicial authority for adjudicating legal disputes between states, special and international tribunals, such the International Criminal Court, which reinforce the principle of accountability and prevent impunity. The role of the United Nations Security Council in taking binding measures to maintain international peace and security. International agreements on this phenomenon and the prevention of the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, which reduce the likelihood of catastrophic wars. And at first level, he said that challenges to the effectiveness of international law league of political will among some major states to comply with international rules, double standards, and the application of the law. And first, future prospects for sustainable peace, the necessity of enhancing international cooperation and activity, prevention, diplomacy, and promoting a culture of human rights as a safeguard against the recurrence of violence. And at conclusion, he's thankful for, ladies and gentlemen, building sustainable peace is not solely a military or political task. It's also a legal, ethical, and civilizational responsibility. Despite all the challenges it faces, international law remains the fundamental pillar upon which we can build a more just and rescue world. Peace is not, he said also, peace is not measured merely by the number of agreements signed, but by the ability of disciples to live under justice, dignity, and equality. And at the end, he's thankful for your attentive listening, and he looks forward to a fruitful dialogue that will enrich this conference and reinforce our shared mission in serving human peace.
Shukran.
Yes.
Shukran Lama for translating for in English. So it was an amazing, and I want to say shukran to Liebe Rafik Bagdash. Dankeschön. So we are really honored to have each of you. So at the end, we will unite and we'll have a round table, translate in Arabic. We will have a round table where we'll discuss and answer on the questions.
Yes. Yes, أستاذ رفيق. مدام كريستينا، أستاذة كريستينا بتتشكرك كثير وهي فخورة بتواجدك، وإن شاء الله في مساحة للأسئلة والحوار بنهاية اللقاء.
وأنا بتمنى تنقلي لها تحياتي وكثير بتشكر على هالدعوة، وبتمنى لها المؤتمر النجاح والنجاح المستدام أيضا.
شكرا كلك ذوق. مدام كريستينا بيتشكر. He's thankful and honored by this invitation and send you the greetings.
Okay, so we are smoothly moving from Baghdad, Damascus. From Damascus, we are moving to Palestine. So, and I want to greet, I want to greet our next speaker. I think everybody knows her now. Palestine and Lebanon, because currently now she's not living in Palestine, she's in Lebanon. The lands of the resilience and the culture richness. Please join me to welcome Lama Ani Saudi, founder and CEO of Peace NMD and an accredited mediator under the Australian Mediation Accreditation Standards, IAMPE ambassador in the Middle East. She serves as an ambassador IAMPE, and at the same time, she is a consultant and the representative of the 3CS Meet Mediation region. Lama has gained international recognition for pioneering and distributed model of the mediation competition written about in global publications. Her remarkable contribution has earned her the Peace Ambassador Award in India and the Shield of Honor Award of Achievement in Egypt, Cairo. A true innovator, she continues to expand the reach of mediation, peace building across the continent. And I will just say something about the Lama, because she's not just an ambassador of IAMPE and a good friend of mine. During the war in Lebanon now, and where I could not sleep nighttime, she have been there, and she told me we're trying to help her to rescue, to find another more secure place with our ambassador Andrew, to find a place to. And she told me, no, I will not leave my country. I will not live here. And she was working in a hospital and take care of the people and the children. And we really proud of Lama because of that. And she's really the sister, how called, she's really a daughter of her homeland. She's really with her spirit and love to her country. She stayed there and says, I will not leave, even though we try to find place, more safeful place. let's say, buy ticket to even there into Egypt. And she says no, and I could not leave my parents as well, because the parents says we will stay. For these souls, I think because of this kind of people till now, we have this feeling that what is really patriotic feelings we have. Yes, this is a patriotism. I think this is a feeling that you belong, this, you love your homeland, your country, despite everything. And now I want to give her a floor. Nobody can introduce you in Arabic, sorry. I just wanted to say.
I will.
Okay, you can speak in Arabic and introduce yourself.
I'm really thankful
And open
for
camera,
your
we could not see you.
appreciative words. Yeah. I'm really thankful, and you make me speechless, and you have my gratitude. I'm happy and really appreciate our friendship, and your words are greatly appreciated. لما عوضي مؤسس مبادرة السلام الدبلوماسية للتفاوض والوساطة، عملي هو المجال القانوني وحل النزاع، وسيطة بحسب القانون الأسترالي، سفيرة مؤسسة إيامبي الدولية بالشرق الأوسط شمال أفريقيا، حاصلة على جائزة بيس امباسادور أورد ستار CCAL ل 2025 من الهند، وعلى تكريم التميز القانوني من القاهرة مصر. I will talk maybe in English if it's better.
No, it's okay. Now you can continue in Arabic. Stage is yours.
Okay. Like mediation and complex conflict pathways to sustainable peace. Introduction in an era marked by globalization, shifting power dynamics, and intensifying identity politics, conflicts have grown increasingly complex, unlike simple disputes that may involve two individuals or a limited set of issues. Conflicts are deeply embedded in historical legacies, like asymmetries of power, cultural divisions, and economic inequalities. They involve multiple stakeholders, overlapping interests, and often transcend the national borders. From the Middle East to sub-Saharan Africa, from protected civil wars to ethnic rivalries and resource-based disputes, such conflicts persist despite repeated attempts at negotiation and intervention. Against this backdrop, mediation has emerged as a central mechanism for conflict resolution. Mediation refers to voluntary, non-coercive process by which a neutral third party assists conflicting parties in reaching a mutually acceptable solution. It is distinct from arbitration, which imposes a binding decision, and from negotiation, which lacks an external facilitator. Mediation offers a unique combination of impartiality, like flexibility, and emphasizes on dialogue, which is particularly valuable in situations where trust is deeply eroded. And here we'll explore mediation and complex conflict as both a theoretical framework and a practical strategy. The nature of complex conflicts differ from complex conflicts differ from ordinary disputes in several critical ways. First, they are protracted, often spanning decades and involving cycles of escalation and fragile ceasefire. Second, they are multi-level, engaging local communities, national governments, regional actors, and international organizations. and a third, they involve deep-rooted issues such as historical injustices, identity-based discrimination, and systematic exclusion, which cannot be easily addressed through technical compromises. These conflicts are characterized by multiplicity of actors ranging from governments and armed groups to civil society organizations, religious institutions, and external powers overlapping issues such as territorial disputes.
Okay, we have some, I think Lama has connectivity issue.
Yeah, now it's okay. I will complete. Because of these features, complex conflicts resist simple solutions. Negotiation without mediation often collapses due to mistrust, while coercive methods such as military intervention or arbitration may impose temporary stability but fail to address underlying grievances. And the role of mediation and complex conflict services multiple purposes. At the most basic level, it facilitates communication between parties who might otherwise refuse to engage, yet mediation extends far beyond creating dialogue. It provides a structured process through which conflicting parties can explore underlying interests like thus options for settlement and gradually rebuild trust. The key functions of mediation building and also of mediation include the confidence building, balancing power, addressing root causes, legitimacy, and ownership. For legal scholars and participants and the practitioner, mediation's importance also lies in its capacity to integrate justice mechanisms into peace processes. Mediators often navigate the question of transitional justice, accountability for crimes.
You are muted, dear.
Okay. Challenges of mediation in complex conflicts. Despite its promise, mediation and complex conflicts faces formidable.
We have to be a bit passionate because in Lebanon, all the time have problem with electricity, unfortunately. I'm hearing to you.
Yes.
Yes, we are hearing you, and not only you.
Yeah. Sorry, because of this mistake. I know. Yeah, I'm with you. It's due to some works here.
Okay.
Despite
You can your speech in Arabic, and because most of our today's Arabic speaking the speakers, so they will understand in Arabic as well.
Yeah, I'm talking about strategies and approaches To address these challenges, mediators have developed innovative strategies like multi-track diplomacy, combining official track diplomacy, governmental negotiations with track to like civil society engagement and the track three like a grassroots initiative. This broadens inclusivity and ensures that peace processes resonate beyond these circles and like involving women, minorities, and marginalized communities in mediation efforts has proven virtual. Their participation not only enhances recognition but also contributes unique perspectives that enrich solutions. And I don't want to learn more. I want to say something about the future of mediation as the global landscape evolves. Mediation must adapt to new challenges. Emerging sources of conflict include climate change, migration, cyber warfare, and the competition over natural resources. Mediators must develop innovative strategies that integrate environmental governance, technological expertise, and the global cooperation. Um, and like finally, mediation must impress the alliance with building rather than focusing solely on ceasefire or settlements. Mediators should work to strengthen institutions, promote human rights, and foster cultures of dialogue that can withstand future crises. And mediation in complex conflicts is not a quick remedy but a transformative process. It requires patience, creativity, and a deep commitment to justice and inclusivity. And by addressing root causes, balancing power, and fostering ownership of outcomes, mediation offers one of the most providing pathways to sustainable peace for scholars and practitioners of law and conflict resolution. Mediation represents an intersection of legal principles and political negotiation and the human empathy. It demonstrates that peace is not merely the absence of war, but the presence of justice, reconciliation, and resilient institutions. And in conclusion, while mediation in complex conflicts faces immense challenges, its potential remains profound if pursued with integrity, inclusivity, and innovation. Mediation can transform even the most intense conflicts into opportunities for healing and sustainable resistance. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really happy and with the honor of this opportunity.
Thank you, Lama. Think, please, now you have to speak this all in Arabic, all the resume, all your... As you know, today we have actually the panel on in Arabic language speaking.
Yeah, don't worry. الوساطة في النزاعات المعقدة. كنت عم بحكي عن مسارات نحو سلام مستدام بعصر يتسم بالعولمة وتغيير موازين القوى وتصاعد سياسات الهوية. أصبحت النزاعات أكثر تعقيدا وتشابكا، وعلى خلاف النزاعات البسيطة التي قد تضم طرفين فقط ومجموعة محدودة من القضايا، فإن النزاعات المعقدة متجذرة في إرث تاريخي وتفاوتات في موازين القوى وانقسامات ثقافية وفوارق اقتصادية، وغالبا ما تنخرط فيها أطراف متعددة بمصالح متداخلة وقد تتجاوز حدود الدول. ومن الحروب الأهلية الممتدة إلى الخصومات العرقية والنزاعات على الموارد، تستمر هذه الصراعات رغم محاولات التفاوض والتدخل المتكررة. في هذا السياق برزت الوساطة كآلية محورية لحل النزاعات فالوساطة عملية طوعية وغير قصدية يقوم من خلالها طرف ثالث محايد بمساعدة الأطراف المتنازعة على التوصل إلى حل مقبول، وهي تختلف عن التحكيم الذي يفرض قرارا ملزما عن التفاوض الذي يفتقر إلى وجود وسيط خارجي. وتتميز الوساطة بالحياد والمرونة والتركيز على الحوار، وهي عناصر ذات قيمة خاصة حينما يكون انعدام الثقة عميقا بين الأطراف. تهدف هذا الشيء إلى أو يهدف حديثنا اليوم إلى زي استراتيجية عملية تتناول طبيعة النزاعات المعقدة ودور الوساطة والتحديات والقيود التي تواجه الوسطاء. أو خلينا شوي نحكي عن طبيعة النزاعات المعقدة. تختلف النزاعات المعقدة عن النزاعات البسيطة بعدة سمات أساسية، فهي ممتدة زمنيا غالبا لعقود، وتشهد دورات من التصعيد ووقف إطلاق النار الهش، كما أنها متعددة المستويات إذ تشارك فيها المجتمعات المحلية والحكومات الوطنية والفاعلون الإقليميون والمنظمات الدولية، وتتناول قضايا عميقة مثل المظالم التاريخية والتمييز على أساس الهوية والإقصاء البنيوي، وهي قضايا لا يمكن معالجتها بمستويات تقنية فقط. وتتسم هذه النزاعات بتعدد الأطراف من حكومات وجماعات مسلحة إلى منظمات مجتمع مدني ومؤسسات دينية وقوى خارجية. تشابك القضايا، نزاعات على الأرض ترتبط بانقسامات عرقية أو منافسة على الموارد أو فشل في الحكومة. اختلال موازين القوى، طرف قد يتمتع بتفوق عسكري أو سياسي بينما يعتمد الطرف الآخر على المقاومة السلمية أو الدعم الدولي. الشحنة العاطفية المتأثرة بالصدمة والذاكرة الجماعية وسلبيات المظلومية أو التفوق. لهذه الأسباب تقاوم النزاعات المعقدة الحلول المباشرة، فالتفاوض من دون وساطة ينهار غالبا بسبب انعدام الثقة. Hello, there is something.
You are muted there.
Yeah, I'm here. Yes. I'm solving something. Okay. Maybe give me 1 minute, can I?
If you finished, we can move. If you finish your presentation.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit. أود أن أتحدث أيضا عن موازين القوى عبر ضمان الإنصاف الإجرائي وإشراك الأصوات المهمشة، معالجة الجذور بتحديد وحل القضايا البنيوية مثل الإقصاء أو الفساد أو الفوارق الاقتصادية. الشرعية والملكية استضمن أن الاتفاقات ناتجة عن إرادة الأطراف ذاتها مما يعزز استدامتها. المخربون جهات تستفيد من استمرار العنف، أمراء الحرب، متطرفون، رعاة خارجيون. اختلال موازين القوى، الطرف الأقوى قد يفتقر للحافز لتقديم تنازلات. تعدد الأطراف، تعدد الفاعلين، دول، جماعات مسلحة، منظمات، جاليات مهاجرة، يزيد تعقيد الأمور أو التنسيق. الحساسية الثقافية أيضا، الشمولية. أيضا أريد سوف أختتم الآن. الوساطة في النزاعات المعقدة ليست علاجا سريعا بل عملية تحويلية، فهي تتطلب صبرا وإبداعا والتزاما عميقا بالعدالة والشمولية من خلال معالجة الجذور وموازنة القوى وضمان ملكية الحلول. تقدم الوساطة أحد أكثر المسارات وعدا نحو السلام المستدام بالنسبة للباحثين والممارسين في القانون وحل النزاعات. وتمثل أيضا الوساطة تقاطعا بين المبادئ القانونية والتفاوض السياسي والإنسانية، فهي تبين أن السلام ليس غياب الحرب فحسب بل حضور العدالة والمصالحة ومؤسسات قادرة على الصمود. ورغم ضخامة التحديات فإن إمكانات الوساطة تبقى عميقة، فإذا مورست بنزاهة وشمولية وابتكار يمكنها أن تحول دون أن تحول النزاعات إلى حوارات بناءة، وتحول أيضا جميع الصراعات إلى حوار مفيد تصب في مصلحة المجتمع ككل، وأيضا وتحول حتى النزاعات الأكثر تجذرا إلى فرص للشفاء والتعايش المستدام. شكرا، وآسفة كثير على الحكي بسرعة لأنه يمكن انتقلت من الإنجليش للعربي، كنت بدي أحكي بشكل مختصر وعلى التوقيت. Thank you.
Thank you, Shukran. And now we are moving to the questions. And we really have, first I want to ask Rafiq Bagdash. You will translate from English to Arabic. I have a question. It's a question about his expertise. How he thinks, what role Arabic legal tradition can play in building sustainable peace, let's say, in his homeland. Did you hear, Lama?
Yes.
Please translate.
Yeah. You asking him about how do you think Arab customs could change and promote peace?
Legal traditions can change, yes. Can play the crucial role in building sustainable peace in his homeland.
Yeah. أستاذ بقداش.
أيوة. نعم.
كيف حضرتك؟
أنا عم بسمع.
أستاذ أهلا وسهلا. أستاذة كريستينا عم تسألك عن العادات أو التقاليد، أو بالأحرى يمكن قصدها أكثر قانون العرف عنا والتقاليد العربية كيف تتغير لتعمل السلام أو لتغير على تتجه نحو أكثر النزاع، كيف برأيك مع القوانين اللي عنا؟
كيف ممكن تتغير المجتمعات العربية من شان السلام؟
نعم، مع قوانين تقليدية أو أعراف إذا بدك.
بالنسبة للمجتمعات العربية، طالما هي عم لساتها عايشة في طور القبلية والدينية، لا يمكن أن يتم السلام إلا بالخروج من هذا التعصب الديني والعشائري والانتقال إلى الحالة المدنية أو حالة الدولة وليس القبيلي أو العشيري، لأن الدولة هي التي الانتقال إلى مبدأ المواطنة. للأسف في المجتمعات العربية نعيش مبدأ العشيري والقبيلي والانتماء الديني والطائفي والإثني، وهذا لا يؤدي إلى السلام، لأنه كل طائفي كل إثني تتعصب وسوف تجنح إلى الحرب من أجل الحفاظ على كينونتها. ليس هناك دولة في الأمة العربية، وبالتالي يجب أن يتجه الناس إلى مفهوم الدولة، لأن الدولة هي التي تستطيع أن تحمي المواطن وليس طائفته أو دينه أو من يمثل عشيرته. ولهذا الانتقال إلى مفهوم الدولة هو السبيل الوحيد لإقامة سلام دائم في المنطقة العربية.
شكرا.
شكرا.
Mr. Rafiq said, as long as loyalty remains tied to tribe and sect, peace will not be achieved except through allegiance to the state rather than to disturb or claim, but rather to the principle of citizenship as the unfortunately common. However, this doesn't automatically lead to peace because each sect may become fanciful and inclined toward conflict. People must embrace the concept of the state as it is the state, not the sect that protects the citizen.
Correct. So I want just to say something, and after each of you will give feedback, till I will move to the Dr. Hansa. I will just to say that we
Yes.
sense the pain of the Syrian people, what they went through during this civilian war invasion and homeless displacement all the time, the refugee camps worldwide in Europe all the time, when you feel yourself like you're not there. Why I'm not in your home? Why I'm not in my country? And I do believe now, maybe it will take 10 years up to now. And because we have IAMPE, we created IAMPE Decade Declaration of Peace in our association. So in these 10 years, we will investigate and we will witness how in these countries like Palestine, Syria, Armenia, Georgia, other countries, they will come and to the peace and rebuild their countries like they have been before in the strong and democratic countries. And I wish you, Liebe Rafik Bagdash, all the best, and see you. Hope to see you in other our conferences. Translate, please. I think it's long. It was long statement.
Yeah, Mr. Rafiq Bukdash. نعم مدام. هلو أستاذ رفيق بكداش.
الو اوكي.
يا مدام كريستينا بتشعر بالألم تجاه الأوضاع، يعني بشكل مختصر طبعا اللي مروا فيها الشعب السوري وكذلك الشعب الفلسطيني العقود، وبتقول إنه هيدا الشيء عانوا منه لفترة طويلة من الزمن قبل هلأ، ولهيك هي وجدت إيام ليكونوا بلاد قوية الهدف منها لتنصر هيدي الشعوب وتكون بلاد ديمقراطية وقوية، وهي بتوجه لها تحياتها.
وانا بوجه لها تحيه وبتمنى يعم السلام العالمي في العالم اجمع، ونتجه نحو العولمه بعيدا عن حدود الدول.
Inshallah. So I think I understood. I do understand a bit Arabic. I think that I'm learning. So I will just move with a question to our second dearest panel speaker. We are moving from Syria to Iraq, to Baghdad. The Iraqi country went through a lot. And I think this speaker knows a lot about her country, what they went through. And this beautiful speaker, I will just say straightly, I have a question. It's really important for me because you are a strong lady and in Iraq, in Baghdad. How can gender sensitive legal framework be better integrated into peace building and more related with a women-centered, the power in Baghdad? Because the women's, I think you're just example of the strong, intelligent, the women in Baghdad, how they can be more, if it's possible to build this in Baghdad.
Thank you so much, Jish, for your question. So I will answer you by saying that the most important issue that we would like to highlight in this important session, and the most critical issue that we would like to educate people here in Iraq and to publish its culture about the rule of law. So we need to educate people how to respect their obligations and rights, and to feel with the importance of the rule of law inside of each other of people here in Iraq. Because if we publish this culture, so I think that we cannot face the problems or concerns about encouragement women, or activation the role of women here in Iraq. This is the first issue, because believe me, we don't have the culture of believing in the rule of law in Iraq. And I think if we highlight or focus on this aspect, so many changes will be happened here in this country. So the second issue is to build the legislations, and you can say strong legislations in harmony with the international obligations of Iraq. So Iraq is a party of multi treaties about protection women, about protection the fragile persons, or something like that. So we need to activate these legislations to be in alignment with the international standards. We have some laws, however, we need to activate more in order to give the women the vital place or the vital role here in the Iraqi community. We cannot forget the role of the NGOs because these NGOs play crucial roles in maintaining the peace and the high standards of women rights here in Iraq. So I think many factors will play crucial roles in order to maintain the women encouragement and women protection in Iraq. From my side, as an academic woman here in Iraq, I think that we have as women to depend on ourselves in order to and to believe in ourselves in order to bring more effective role for the women's sector. So we have to overcome all the difficulties, and we be so strong. So we have to believe in our capabilities in order to make change in our country, because I think this country needs to be the best in the world, and need to all these women capabilities in order to enhance the future for the upcoming generation. Thank you so much. I hope that I can answer your question.
Yes, and I have a straight question, but Lama is just reading to translate in Arabic, because Arabic Bagdash understand only in Arabic. So you can translate there.
Yes, I can translate. So I تحدثت قبل قليل عن دور المرأة وكيف يمكن للعراق أن ينهض بدور المرأة وحماية المرأة من الاضطهاد الذي قد تتعرض له، والمسائل المتعلقة بالجندر وما يشابهها. وقد تحدثت عن جملة عوامل متعددة، ولعل أبرزها التثقيف بسيادة القانون أو نشر سيادة نشر ثقافة سيادة القانون في العراق، لأننا نحتاج إلى تفعيل هذه الثقافة. نحتاج إلى أن نكون مؤمنين بسيادة القانون حتى نمنح كل فئة من الفئات الموجودة داخل البلد استحقاقها، ولا سيما فئة النساء. كذلك أشرت إلى دور التشريعات، وهذه التشريعات التي يجب أن تفعل هي بالاستجابة إلى متطلبات العراق الدولية، أو بالاستجابة إلى التزامات العراق الدولية، وهو ينبغي كطرف في العديد من المعاهدات الدولية التي تحمي حقوق المرأة. وبالتالي نقول أن هنالك بعض التشريعات، لكننا لسنا أمام حزمة قوية من التشريعات تحتاج أفضل من أجل النهوض بهذا البلد، والنهوض أيضا بحقوق المرأة في العراق. تكلمت أيضا عن دور منظمات المجتمع المدني، وكيف لهذه المنظمات الدور الأكبر في التثقيف بحقوق المرأة. ونرى أن جميع هذه العوامل يجب أن تفعل من أجل الوصول إلى دور فاعل للنساء وفي المجتمع العراقي. تحدثت أيضا عن إيماني كامرأة أكاديمية وكامرأة عاملة في العراق، وقلت أن العراق إن هذا الأمر يعتمد على مدى إيمان المرأة العراقية بنفسها، وعلى قدرتها على تغلب على الصعاب، وعلى قدرتها على أن تكون امرأة ناجحة قادرة على أداء دورها الحقيقي. وأعتقد أن هذا الإيمان هو له مبلغ الأثر في المستقبل في إعداد الأجيال القادمة، وفي رسم مستقبل جديد للأجيال القادمة في العراق. Thank you so much.
Thank you. شكرا.
والحقيقة أهم نقطة يعني أثرتيها هو دور المرأة. فعندما تغيب المرأة يعني أكثر من نصف المجتمع يغيب. فبالحقيقة المرأة لها دور كبير جدا، وأنا من أنصار المرأة.
شكرا جزيلا سعادة الدكتور.
شكرا.
My dear, so it was just I'm waiting when to say to straight question. This is second one because I do during my research, and you know that I'm doing research in this field for conflict countries, post-conflict countries who just now trying to rebuild a powerful democracy. And I do believe each of your country who present here soon will have this powerful democracy in their countries. And another question, because yesterday, it is a side question, so I do believe you can help me to answer, find the answer. My good friend of mine sent me the video from Afghanistan and sent me the video from Pakistan about the women challenges and sacrifices in justice. I'm talking about our society, not just the lawyers, academic women. They are facing really injustice. How do you think, how can NGOs or societies really, about what kind of organization I'm talking about, who have a power and a legacy to at least affect and help these women in this country, what you will advise as a woman in power, as academic women?
So thank you. So I think they have to, I cannot say that they have to be more strong to overcome all the difficulties they are facing, because I believe that they are suffering more. But I can advise them to believe in their capabilities to do more, because I think these events will be ended, and I think the society will change the side towards women in order to activate their roles in the society itself. So I think they can do more. They can also do more with their situation, like being housewives, because I believe that the housewives are doing crucial roles in the society because they are responsible to produce a new generation. And I believe that the task isn't easy. The task of educating kids, educating them how to be a fruitful generation for a future, something needs powerful women to do. So they can also I advise them to do more while they are staying in their house, so they can teach, they can educate, they can listen, they can get benefit from anything in their hands, just to prove that that they can do more. So we need, as I mentioned before, to spread the culture of the rule of law in the societies, because I think that if the societies are realized that the rule that the rule is for the law, so everything will be changed to activate the roles of women and to give them more opportunities in order to do more in the societies. So I advise them just to believe in themselves and to look at the future and to believe that they can do a lot from their situation, even they are sitting in their houses. And I full respect to their personalities and their roles in this world.
Thank you very much, my love. So you can be shortly translate in Arabic, so you know how to do that shortly.
So سألتني كريستين عن دور ما هي نصيحتي للنساء في المجتمعات المهمشة والمجتمعات ولا سيما أن هنالك فيديو عرض قبل أيام في أفغانستان، وكان يبين ما تتعرض إليه النساء من التهميش وعدم الاحترام في الحقوق. فأجبتها بالقول إنها ماذا أنصحهم باعتبارني إنسانة أكاديمية وإنسانة أكاديمية ناجحة. فأشرت لها بأن هذه النساء إننا نحتاج فعلا إلى مسألة مهمة في المجتمعات، في مجتمعاتنا أجمع في هذا العالم، هو أن نؤمن بمسألة سيادة القانون. وإذا كان هنالك إيمان بأن السيادة هي للقانون، فإن كثيرا من الأمور سوف تتغير في مجتمعاتنا. أحض على هذه النساء بأن يؤمن بأن دورهن فاعلا في الحياة، وحتى لو كانت هذه النساء هن من النساء اللي هن ربات بيوت، فليؤمن بأن دورهن هو دور عظيم جدا، لأن دور تعليم الأبناء وخلق قادة المستقبل وتثقيفهم هو مسألة ليست بالمسألة القليلة، وهو جهد ليس بالجهد اليسير. فبالتالي هن يستطعن أن يقمن بالعديد من الأمور وهن في مكانهم في بيوتهن، إن لم يستطعن أن يخرجن أو يمارسن دورهن الحقيقي في المجتمع. ونصيحتي لهن أيضا بأن غدا لناظره لقريب، وأن هذه الغمة ستنجلي، وبالتأكيد سيأخذن الدور الفاعل في المجتمع، وسيأتي اليوم الذي يمارسن فيه دورهن الحقيقي. بالتالي عليهن أن يغتنمن أي فرصة يتعلمن فيها، يشاهدن فيها شيء قد يفيدهن في المستقبل، يبني دعامة معرفية لهم في المستقبل من أجل جيل جديد واعد. ومن هذه المنصة أقدم تحية احترام وإجلال إلى جميع النساء اللواتي يعانين من ظروف معيشية صعبة ومن ظروف لا يستطعن فيهن أن يواجهن المجتمع وأن يقمن بدورهن الحقيقي. وأنا مؤمنة أن لهذه النساء الدور الأكبر في المجتمع فيما لو أتيحت لهن الفرصة، وهن إن شاء الله قادرات، حتى لو كن قانتات في بيوتهن ولم يقمن بدور موازي أو بحجم الدور الذي كنا سيقمن بهن في المستقبل لو أدينا أدوارهن الحقيقة فيما لو سمحت الظروف. Thank you.
شكرا لك دكتورة على هالثقافة الواسعة وعلى هذا الحضور المتميز. أنا بتوافق معك بسيادة القانون أولا، وثانيا هو من الناحية الاقتصادية يجب أن تتحرر المرأة من الناحية الاقتصادية، لأنه كتير عامل مهم حتى ولو كانت مثقفة وأكاديمية إذا تابعة للرجل اقتصاديا هذا كتير بيعيق من تحرره. فيجب أن يكون بس ضمن نظام الدولة. هذه الإنسانة مثلا إذا طرد زوجها، إذا طرد أهلها، إذا يجب تأمين لها مسكن، مأكل، مشرب. فهي كتير ضروري إنه لحتى تحس بحالها إنه مو خايفة، من أجل أن تتخلص من الخوف إنه هي ما بترمى بالشارع. هي بس تضيفها لحضرتك، انت كفيتي ووفيتي يعني.
شكرا جزيلا دكتور، ممتنة، هذه شهادة أعتز بها.
وانا بتمنى لك كل السعاده والتوفيق.
شكرا جزيلا دكتور.
شكرا، وشكرا كريستينا وللمنظمين.
عزيزي دكتور.
So thank you very much, my dear. To my postulate question. So I will ask the question, Lama. I think I have only one question, and after half an hour, we are moving to Afghanistan. Is second panel is we are moving to Afghanistan. We will have a guest from Afghanistan, Ahmad Fadai. He will just have a direct meeting from Canada. He is now in Canada. So before that, now I have a question to our Lama. Lama, please. I have a question to you. Went through a lot, and now just maybe 2 months, you feel yourself okay after all this bombing and between Lebanon, Israel, and the story with Hamas. How you will describe situation now in Lebanon as a Palestinian? Translate in Arabic my question.
Oh, I muted myself. Yes, yes. مدام كريستينا عم تسأل إنه بعد انتهاء الحرب بين إسرائيل ولبنان وحماس كيف بتشوف أو بالأحرى بعد ما انتهت بغزة. It doesn't end it in Gaza. So right now. But إنه كيف صارت هلا النظرة أو الصورة. Nothing changes, you know. Our point of view with them is still like they made criminals.
You are muted.
بس بالله إذا بتعيدي السؤال بالعربي ما كتير فهمته يعني.
In Lebanon till now facing the huge problem with electricity and the following problems, which even though they are facing, Lama is
As
strong.
usual, they have committed crimes against the Jews, you know, and the terrorism.
In Arabic, my dear, you can answer in Arabic.
And then Arabic ما زال هناك بعض أو الكراهية مورثة منذ سنين. لا يوجد شيء يتغير على حالها. هم اقترفوا الكثير من المجازر وما زالوا يقترفون أيضا.
Shukran, Lama. Shukran. I know you have a connectivity issue. So we are going to resume our meeting today for our panel sessions. I want to say Shukran, Dankeschön for today's presentation.
Because of the connection.
Thank you very much.
I said that we have committed many massacres during like criminals, and they still doing this. till now, trying.
I understood. We do support each of you, and I will ask please switch on all cameras because we need to do each of the panels. Then we have our nice picture. So I will share this picture with all of you. We are smiling because we are happy, even though we have a background full of. Each of you have a family background, family history, family crisis. From family crisis, we have a country crisis. From the country crisis, we have a global crisis. So it's no end. So despite this, we want to smile because each of you have to be proud that you are here and you smile and you are strong. Inshallah. Thank you very much. I want to make a picture. One second. One more. Lama, I could not see you. Okay. Perfect. Thank you very much. I will share this picture with all of you.
Thank you so much, dear.
Thank you, my love. You can give your last beautiful end feedback.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we want to invite all of you who is understanding English. You don't understand in English, we have YouTube channel. You can join our conference by watching and they translate in German, Arabic, any language. The Chinese, Russian, Ukrainian, any language. You can watch there and who understand, and I think if you are free, my dear, you can join us next panels, and after will come the panel from Canada and India and USA and Spanish speaking the audience, which one you can watch just by YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us today. Shukran, Dankeschön, and see you to the next panels. So Lama, I want to wish you good luck, and I do hope the electricity issue will not be a problem for our conference for the next panels. Wish good luck each of you, and the peace with you, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, dear. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to participate in this prestigious conference, and we hope we can participate for the future also.
Thank you very much for your kind words. It's really a pleasure. Melting my heart. I'm saying, I don't say goodbye, I'll say see you.
See you, Habibati.
See you, Habibati.